Yesterday we looked at the promise that God made to Abraham that he would make of him a great nation. God said, "I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse him who curses you, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." These blessings for all nations are to be found in Christ Jesus, and these blessings are spiritual blessings. The messianic prophecies of Isaiah testify to this fact in Isaiah 4, verses 2 through 4, Isaiah 10, verses 20 through 23, as well as numerous other passages. And these promised blessings were for Gentiles as well as for Jews. Isaiah 49, verses 5 and 6 sets this forth. Peter spoke of the covenant which God made with our fathers, saying to Abraham, "And in your seed all the families of the earth shall be blessed." To you first, God, having raised up his servant Jesus, sent him to bless you, in turning away every one of you from your iniquities. Acts 3, verses 25 and 26. In proclaiming Christ as the sure mercies of David, Paul said, "Therefore let it be known to you, brethren, that through this man is preached to you the forgiveness of sins." Acts 13, verses 34 through 38. The physical aspects of God's promise to Abraham were but a means to the far more important and eternal end of salvation from sins for all mankind. We see that there is neither Jew nor Greek. We're all one in Christ Jesus, and if we are Christ's, then are we Abraham's seed, and notice this, heirs according to the promise. Galatians 3, verses 26 through 29. Now you stop and you think for just a moment. God's scheme of redemption, bringing about the salvation of mankind, it necessitated the incarnation of deity, meaning God becoming flesh. There were highly developed races and cultures on the earth at the time of Abraham, but God chose to develop his own people, a special race through whom his son would put on flesh. To this end, he selected Abraham and his descendants to be the people through whom Christ would come, Hebrews 2, verses 1 through 16. He also used them as a demonstration of his dealing with mankind, and through them he unveiled himself. It is understandable from a human viewpoint that they made more of this than was promised or intended, and that it would be difficult for them to accept what seemed a lesser role when Christianity was offered for all nations. It's less understandable how today's Bible readers, with the full account before them, can maintain the same materialistic and racial outlook of the early Jews. The Apostle Paul recognized certain advantages of the Jews. In Romans 3, verses 1 and 2, he said, "Chiefly because to them were committed the oracles of God." But such advantages increased rather than lessened moral obligations. Despite God's love for and assistance to these special people, he sought among them, as among all people, something more than physical or ceremonial characteristics. The externals were never enough. Paul wrote, "He is a Jew, who is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, not in the letter." Well, as our study proceeds, we're going to see that it was necessary for God to search for a spiritual people, even among the Jews. The only true people of God in a moral sense, now or ever, Old Testament or New Testament, regardless of race, regardless of dispensation of time, have always been those who freely gave themselves in wholehearted submission to the will of God. No bloodline or church roster can ever take the place of wholehearted submission to the will of God. Friends, we want to thank you for joining us for our program today, and may God bless you with a wonderful day.